Let's take a look at what's new in H2R Graphics version 2.18. As always, fixes, new features, all that good stuff. Let's dig right in with Image Sequence, the first new Pro graphic. Now, to get started with that, I'm going to head on to the Media tab. I'm going to add this new image sequence. It's a collection of PNG files. In fact, if I just navigate to that folder, you'll see here that I have a bunch of PNG files, and if I just use my cursor to, or my keyboard to go through them, you can see a little lower third thing just slides in, something I just threw together in Apple Motion so you can see what it looks like, but it is a collection of frames here, 135 frames, and the animation comes in, stops, and then goes back out again. So if I just select all of those files, open, so once that's imported, I can go back over to the rundown. In my image sequence graphic, I can choose that image sequence. And then from there, I can show and hide it on screen. Now what you'll see here is that it slides in and then slides back out again. Not exactly what I want. Typically for an image sequence, you want it to pause at a certain frame. Now going back to my image sequence, I can tell from my file that I made that I want to pause it at frame number 90. So I'll type in 90. And now whenever I show the graphic again, it comes on air, it will stop on frame 90. And then whenever I choose to hide the graphic again, it continues that motion. If I was to change this to like 45, let's say, you'll see that the image just stops at the wrong place and then it'll continue and go off screen, and it looks weird. But if I choose the right frame, number 90, looks like that, pauses and goes off. Feel free to use image sequences for all sorts of things like adding your own custom lower thirds. You can, of course, pair them with lower thirds or other pieces of text here, run them at the same time, and you've got yourself a really nice customizable image sequence graphic. Another new addition this time is if I add a new countdown timer, one of the new ones, I can add that in here. I'll just make it 5 seconds just to show off what I want to show today. And then on end, I can choose to go off air. So now whenever I show this 5-second countdown timer, it comes on air. I can start it. It'll run through those 5 seconds. And then whenever the 5 seconds are over, it now goes off air. And it'll wait off air to be shown again. And the next things to show off are in the outputs themselves. So if you have a video graphic running in an output, and if you have multiple outputs open, what you'll find in the past is that the audio will come from all of those outputs, right? Because you're playing the video on both of the outputs, but maybe you only want audio from one of the outputs. Well, I can jump into any output that I want, right click it now, and I can choose mute all audio, and that will mute any audio in that output. You'll see some other settings here in the output settings. What I have is a background color, so I can just set this up to be whatever background color here. If I want to do a blue screen instead of green screen, maybe I want to just go fully black. That works nicely. And if I show a graphic here, let me see. Let me grab a lower third. I can show that on air. And in my output, I can now choose to mirror and mirror it horizontally and vertically. So I can do that. Mirror, mirror, and now you'll see that it's upside down back to front. Maybe I can reset that and just choose to do it vertically. This is perfect for a teleprompter. If you want to run your graphics through that teleprompter, you can actually mirror the output right from within H2R Graphics. As always, there's lots of fixes in there too. Check out the website to see what's been fixed and keep an eye for new features coming out soon enough. All right, thanks for watching.